Hi and welcome to Python tutorial of a piano. So I'm going to start by demonstrating how it works. And you can see the various notes displayed up here. You see that? So let's say we have and this note up here also works. You can also see the dates and the time right up here. So what I'm going to do now is to close this very demonstration, and we go to File, select New Projects, and in there we're going to import as follows. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize the Pygame. Okay, if you don't have Pygame installed on your system, I will advise you to install Pygame to get the music or to get the music notes working. And at the end of this tutorial, we also upload the music notes straight into my shared drive so you guys can have access to it. Now that that is done, the next thing I would like to do is to enter the name for my project. So that's start by entering root equals tk, and the root I'm going to give it a title as well. Let's come back in here and just give it a title, the title, and I'll just call that music box. Then let me set I'm going to set the dimension as well. So let's say root.geometry, and I'll make that 1352 by 700 plus 0 plus 0, which means it's going to start from the upper left once the screen opens. Now the next thing is the background color. I'm just going to configure that. Configure the background color. Right. Okay. Now let's check out the spelling here. That's incorrect. Configure. Alright. Now let's end the whole process here. .main, and I would like it to loop around. So if I decide to save the system now, you guys will see nothing really. File save, all you will just see is just a frame. So I'm going to save it there, call it piano _ YouTube. Right, save there. So let's run it and you see what I'm talking about. There we go. That is just my big frame right there, nothing else. Okay, the next thing I would like to do is I'm going to say ABC equals frame, and my frame will be reside inside the root, which is more or less the name of my program, and the back color for it, I'm going to change that to my favorite color, and that is powdered blue. Then let me set the border. I'm going to make that 20. I need that. And let's add another reflex. Let's make that rigid. So that's going to be rigid. That's a D. Right there. So that's my frame there, and this frame as well I'm going to have to say, let's say ABC dot grade. There, that's the frame taken care of. So if I run this program now, this is what you guys will see. Okay, no changes. Now let's copy that. frame 2, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to change these to 1, 2, and frame 3. And all of those frames, they are actually resident inside frame ABC, which is meant to be the main frame. Right, that's my main frame there, and the other 3 frames, those are the very first frame that would be for my headings and so on. Okay, now let's declare the following variables. str equals string. I will use that to display the notes, and let's say str.set. Let's set something right in there, just like music. Yeah, so that's what will be inside the str. Then date1 equals string, and I also need time. I'm gonna say time 1, the same thing. Okay, in here I'm just going to say dates 1 dot set. That would be date dot str f frame. Yeah, there we go, that's it, time. strf time, and that is going to be %d stroke % for m stroke % for y. The y should be uppercase, and there we go. That's for the date. The time dot set, like the time to be time dot strf time. There we go. str with time. Then we just need to say, I'm going to copy this, paste it here, just change it around. Then this one will become h, and the next one will be minutes, followed by seconds. There, close it, and we need to close this as well. Right, indented, de-indented. Okay, that is fine. We have date and time set, so all I will be doing is to call those ones as we go ahead. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to add a label. So let's just break that, and I will add my label, then add some text box as well. That would be for my text box, that would be for the buttons. Okay, up here let's add a label with title. Right, now, okay, so the label is going to be, let's just say label will be right inside ABC1, and the text content on it is going to be piano equals piano musical keys. Right, now let's say font equals, let's make that area, comma, I'm going to make it 25, comma, let's make it bold. There. Right, and close that. Now pad it with let's say x8, and add y-axis, make that 8 as well, and the border equals 4, and let's say color, BG color, background color. I'm going to make that my favorite color, powdered blue. Close that, and let's say font on it, that would be white. You can make yours black if you want, and let's see, justify equals center, and close that dot. It's an error here, let's straighten that out. Okay, that's fine. Dot grid, and that will be 0, comma, column equals 0 as well. And I would like it to actually span, let's say span 11 keys. Okay, let's save this and run it and see how the heading is going to look like. Alright, we need a comma here. Alright, those are the two minor error, one has to be careful. Okay, let's see what happened here. So comma there, let's see the spelling, wrong spelling, justify, and what else? Now let's try it one more time. Okay, I have 1 here, 2, 3. Oh, I'll close it here. Let's open it here. Right. Okay. Let's see, hopefully that should. Okay, that's it. That's how it's looking now. But let's continue. Alright, the next thing I want to do now is in here I'm going to create my text box. I'm just going to copy all of these, paste it right there, and for the text box I'm going to call that display, txt display. That way it equals entry. Alright, so in here let me enter the variable that I want in there is going to be date 1. Get rid of that and just make it date 1. That will be for the time. Okay, and the next thing that I have to do there, the font is right. Let's change the font to maybe 8, the font size to 18, and it's powdered blue as well. Okay, so let's see the border. I'm going to make that 34 so that that can fill up the whole screen for me. Then the width, for the width I'm going to go for width equals 28, and justify is center. Right, and let's come right down here and see. So this will be 1, yeah, and that will be 0. Span will be 0. Okay, what else do we need? Do I need this? Let me get rid of this. Now I can just pad it by 1 here. Let's make that 1. And that might be all for the first one. So let's see how it's going to look like. Okay, we have 1, so we can just copy it across and copy the next one here. Okay, if this is for date, okay, I'm going to change it to txt date. This is for date, and this will be for display, while this one will be for time. Okay, now this will be for time 1. I'm actually calling this very time a day, and the date is already called. And if this is 1 row this will be column 1 here, and this is column number 2, right? And this is going to be string 1. The middle one will be string 1 there. So if I run it, this is how it's going to look like. You see that, guys? That's good. Okay, the next thing is going to be the button. So let me just copy this and just paste it in there for the buttons. Copy and dump it right here. So this very first button is going to be called btn cs equals button, and it's going to be inside frame number ABC2, frame number 2, that is right up there, right here. Now bring it down. Now the text content on it is going to be known as, let's call that C#. Yeah, I think that's the only bit I know in music, C#. Then right here I'm going to enter width. Let's say the width is going to be right here, and let's make the width 6, and comma here, and we need height as well. Height is going to be 6 as well for this very one. Put a comma there as well. Okay, the fonts, let's change that to 18, and the padding, okay, let me get rid of the padding there, just this. Let's get rid of this one and leave it in here. That is not required. No, here, this is not required. Get rid of this, and this is going to be, yeah, I think the padding, I'm going to change that to 5. Let's make that 5, and this is going to be 5 as well. What else? This is going to be 0, 0. That is correct. And here, let's close this off, and here we're going to have, yeah, let's paste this here. Okay, now we have our row, we have column, yeah. Alright, so what is left? What about the back color, background color? Yeah, background color is right there. I'm going to make that black. Background color is black. What about font color? Let's make font color, comma, font color, we're going to make that, and copy that. Font color will be white. Okay, alright, that looks like it's alright for now. Let's just run it and see how that looks like. If it's good enough, then we continue with the rest. Okay, that's my very first button there. Alright, I may have to get rid of this. The very first button is taken care of. Good. Now let's come in here. The next thing, let's move this. Let's reposition that here. I'm just gonna copy. Paste. That is going to be DS. Maybe D sharp, I don't know if it's correct. And change this one to D as well. D. If this is 0, column is 0, then this column will be 1. Save and run. Right, we have the second one there. That is good. Okay, this is for the frame. Okay then, let's come in here and get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of this one as well. Yeah, I don't need that. Let's see now. Okay, that's more like it. Good. Now that I believe you guys get the whole idea of how to create the buttons, I'm just going to copy and paste. Let's copy and paste. I think I'm going to need a space in between. Well, first of all, let's copy this, paste it. So let's speed it all up anyway, and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Alright, so I've completed the buttons. Here they are, all the music keynotes. Okay, have a good look at them. However, there's some spaces here. I decide to use these ones as space in between the button. Okay, so this three comes together, and there's a space here as well. And these two come together. That's for the upper buttons. I don't know what they are called. Then the bottom button, there they are. Okay, I believe you guys have seen it all. So it's similar. Now let's run it and you see how it all looks like. Okay guys, this is how it all looks. Alright, there's nothing working here. Those are the spaces that I put in between those buttons. There's nothing happening right now. On this, maybe I should change the color of these ones to black. I think I'm going to change that to black. So let's go in there and change that to black. Then we can start work with the functions. So let's see, black, copy this black and just change it to that. Copy, change this to black, and this is black and black. Let's run it and see. There. Okay, close that. Now let's create the very first function. So our very first function is going to be here. Let's copy this and paste it in here. And do that. Paste it there. So the very first function, let me say define value underscore CS. So that's for my C#. I call it CS. So I'm going to say string 1, which is this variable there, dot set as follows. So it's going to be C# there, and sound equals Pygame. So this is why it's important for you guys to make sure you install Pygame into your program. There should be some tutorial of how to install it on YouTube. Okay, then Pygame dot mixer dot sound, and the sound is going to be, let me show you guys where I have my sound. I have my music right here. Those are the music notes. So I'm just going to come up here now, click up here, copy the path, Control C is copied. Then I'll come right in here, paste that. Let's try it again. Copy, paste, right, and enter backslash. That will be C underscore S. CS is there somewhere. There we go, this very one. Okay, so if you get the part right, you should get that info text. There we go. That's for the very first one. So what I'm going to now do is I'm going to copy this. So for the very first button, this one right here, I'll come in here, enter a comma, command equals this. That is it. So if I run it now, I should be able to play that very note. Let's give that a try. Let's see, what did I do wrong? Let's go back up here and check that out. Okay, I think it's not recognizing the part, so I'm going to change that part. But first thing first, let's come in here and enter sound.play. So this very part, I'm going to change it. I've moved the music around. Alright, so let's try this out now. There we go. There we go, you see that? And the indicator works as well. But these ones, there's nothing happening. So let's come back in here. I'm going to copy this, create another function, paste, and change this one to D sharp. You just anything like D sharp. There we go. So if I run it, hopefully that should work fine. Okay. Oh, the C works. Oh, the D we need to move the command. Okay, I need to copy this command, paste it in here, and change it to DS. Right, now run it. See that? Yeah, you hear that, guys? Yeah, you hear the difference in the notes. Okay, let's go back up here, create another one, copy, then we can speed it all up, paste, and this is going to be F sharp, I believe is called, and this one is going to be F there. And let's come right here and give this other one a name too. Copy and paste that in here, change this to F. Run and save, or save and run. There we go. That is fine. Now you guys know how to define the function and also the method command to call the function. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have to speed it all up and get back to you guys as soon as I'm done. Okay, the rest functions has been taken care of, and there they are. Okay, let's take it down so that you guys see the rest. It's exactly the same lines of codes. All I've just done is to change the keynotes that are meant to be called. There we go. Alright, and that is it. Okay, let's have a look at the key notes, the buttons with the music notes. Right, there they are, and here are where I've called every single function that I declared up there. There they are. or the function has been called. Okay, this from here, this is the upper notes, upper music key notes, and the bottom one, those are the lower music key notes, and that's where I call all of the declared or defined functions, and that is all to it. So I'm now going to run the program, for you guys to see how it works, and we can then call it the end of this program. I suppose you all enjoy it. So let's run the program now. Make sure it's saved. Let's see, there we go, it's saved. So let's run it and see. There we go, guys. Now decision time. You can see the indicator is working as well. Right, and all of these ones works too. Yeah. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now.